Lads, lads, lads. Lads, welcome back to another match reaction. As you can see on screen right now, West Ham 3, Sheffield United 0. One of the worst results of the season. Maybe not one of the worst performances of the season, but we got beaten by Chelsea 4-1. I think there was another 3-0 there at Southampton away, 3-0. This is the joint worst result of the season. I apologise. I've been doing 2.5 hours worth of a watch along. What to say? It wasn't the worst performance of the season. We'll start with that. A lot of people are probably expecting me to be really negative, as you said in the last video, when we beat Bristol City 1-0 with a penalty against 10 men. Saying that I was being really negative. I'm going to be slightly more positive in this game. You're probably not expecting it, but I am. We had some chances. We had some really good chances early on. Well, actually, let's be right. West Ham got a penalty very, very early on. A free kick from Declan Rice. Well saved by Ramsdale, pushed it wide, didn't push it back into play, pushed it wide. As I said, I was literally back at like 6 o'clock. So I was still trying to get onto the live stream. So I didn't quite see what happened properly. I was kind of, I saw obviously that it was offside, quite clearly offside. Ender Stevens apparently took him down, took Craig Dawson, I think it was, down. Everyone on the watch along saying that it wasn't a penalty. He didn't foul him, apparently. If it had gone to VAR, who knows? Because VAR don't like overturning referees' decisions unless it's offside. So ironclad sort of proof behind it. But it was offside. So that's fine. That's fine. We move. We didn't get a penalty given to us that time. But then we played quite well. West Ham were definitely playing on the break. It's weird to think that bottom of the league are going to a team that are kind of going for Europe, Champions League, you might even say. And they were playing on the break against us. Bit weird. But anyway, we'll carry on. I think it was quite 50-50 in the first half until they scored. We created chances. They created chances. They were constantly on the break trying to catch us. Jesse Lingard, excellent on the break. We had we nearly scored a goal from an own goal. I think it was Craig Dawson again, just heading wide. Weird game. Weird first half. McGoldrick had a really, really poor attempt on the volley. We created some other chances. Nothing else that was really kind of clear cut. We had a couple of clear cuttings in the second half. One mainly, but just before half time. Like we did for kind of, I think it was 2 or 3 times we got caught on the break. I was just getting really frustrated because I know we've got to go for these games. I know we need to try and score goals and take the game to the other team. But that was their game plan, wasn't it? Just to sit back, absorb the pressure and get us on the break. And Norwood just handed it to him, didn't he? Just handed it to him. He picked the ball up in midfield and lazily just played the ball across the park to Ampadu. Ampadu obviously not expecting it to come, but when it did come, realised that Jesse Lingard was just behind him, and I don't know who got the touch. I think it was Lingard just got the touch in front of Ampadu, and he was away. Ampadu on the deck, Basham out of position, Norwood out of position, obviously. Egan was on his own and had 3 players coming at him. The ball got played just inside. Basham, just like a gazelle trying to get back. In hindsight, it was not the right decision to go and take him down. But at the same time, can you really blame him? Because when Jesse Lingard's right in front of goal and you're thinking, could I get a toe on this? And I'm sure Basham wouldn't have gone in with that challenge if he thought that he wasn't going to be able to get a toe on it. Basham's not that sort of player. Basham is a little bit kind of lung busting, a bit throw yourself in at everything, but at the same time, he's not stupid. He wouldn't have thrown himself in there if he didn't think he was going to get that ball. But at the same time, it was a pretty stupid challenge because he gave away a penalty. Jesse Lingard was running away from goal. So on his left peg, I still think he'd have probably put it in the back of the net. But at the same time, a penalty is a much easier chance than Ramsdale in front of Lingard like this going onto his left foot. So obviously, Basham absolutely flew through him. And Declan Rice put the penalty away. It looked like he scuffed it a little bit into the corner, but it was an excellent penalty right in the corner. Looking back on it, when he hit it, it didn't look like he scuffed it, but it kind of bobbled into the goal, which was a bit weird, with a lot of pace. So it was a great penalty. Ramsdale had no chance, but Ramsdale kind of waited until he shot. So it almost was like he thought it was possibly going down the middle. He waited, and then went. But yeah, can't blame Ramsdale for an Ollie Norwood and a Basham special, can you? So that obviously from then on, I think it was like the 41st minute, something like that. We went into kind of the last 4 minutes on the back foot completely. We were just dumbstruck, really. We were just like, how has this happened? We've possibly, you could say, been the better team in the first half. Obviously, they caught us on the break a few times. We had most of the ball, I would say. I don't know. It's about 50-50 possession-wise. We didn't create too many chances, did we, in that first half? One massive chance in the second half. And I think Wilder got into him a little bit, was giving him a little bit of stick, because they came out all guns blazing. And we had the ball. We had all the ball in their half. And we got done. I'll talk about McGoldrick first, because a beautiful ball was put into the box. I'm not sure if it was Osborne or it was someone down the left-hand side, put the ball into the box, and Didsey was stood at the back post, just wait all the goal to aim at, heads it kind of to the right-hand side of him. I honestly, if it didn't hit Ben Johnson, I think that Fabianski still would have saved it, to be honest. It looked like it was a perfect height for him. Looked like it was right there in front of him because he was going that way, Fabianski. And it hit the defender and went the other way. And somehow Fabianski got a fingertip to it. It was actually, I think, Ben Johnson tried to get in the way of it to stop it from going in, obviously. But it actually made it harder for Fabianski. But Fabianski, what a save. What an absolute incredible save. And that was at 1-0. We would have been right back in that game if Didsey would have put that away. Honestly, I think if Sharp or McBurney was on the end of that, it would have been 1-1, and we would have been looking for that winning goal. Didn't work out that way. A lot of West Ham fans on the watch along saying, "Oh, I can't believe you think you were in the game. You were shocking. We didn't break sweat." If that would have gone in, 1-1, different game. But again, we were trying to force the issue, didn't come. They went the other end, got a corner, put it into the box, and Diop with pretty easy header, really, weren't it? Ampadu got out-muscled, out-jumped. He didn't really jump at all. I think Diop kind of muscled him out of the way and just headed it in the back of the net, into the corner. Very good header, right into the corner. Again, though, I didn't say this on the watch-along. I've just thought about it now, but how many goals have we conceded this season from corners or from free kicks where if there would have been a player on the line, they'd have just played it away off the line? On the post, I mean, we normally have one at the front post, none at the back post. It's happened quite a few times this season. I'm not sure why we do this. Like, I grew up when you, 4-4-2, two defenders on each post, mark your man. And these days, it's like, let's not mark as man. Let's do zonal marking. Let's only have one on the post. Let's have none on the post. Like, you've got to go back to kind of old school teachings, in my opinion. Again, it's right into the corner. Excellent header. But when you've got that much goal to aim at, because you've got no one on that post, the trick is when you've got one man on each post and a goalkeeper, it's got to be either a really solid effort, like a lot of power on it, or it's got to be placed perfectly in between player and goalkeeper, or goalkeeper and post, if you like. But when you've got nobody on the line or no one on the post, there's a massive, massive gap to aim for. And Ramsdale had no chance whatsoever. So that's 2-0. We're down to, well, no, we're not down to 10 men. Oh, God, going mental. It's 2-0 down. We're done. We are done. Because after that, we huffed and puffed, but we didn't really create any good chances. A couple of chances kind of in and around the box, but they had so many men back. We had no chance of unless it was a little bit of magic, no chance of scoring. And then finally, is it Fredrickson? I don't frigging know. I can't even be asked anymore. He was on the edge of the box, well, just inside the box, nobody going towards him, and he just put it in the bottom corner. Very, very good finish, mind. Right in the corner. Excellent, excellent finish, especially from a right back, is it? Yeah, he's a right back on FIFA, so we'll go with right back. He came from the left-hand side, but I think it might have started from like a corner or a free kick or something. Maybe that's the reason why he was on the left-hand side, just coming in on his right. I don't freaking know. I don't watch West Ham. I'm just frustrated. I'm really frustrated. And do you know what? To add insult to injury, John Egan goes off with a brace on his leg. Who knows what that is? But that is obviously a big, big injury. A huge injury. A season-ending injury, really. And if it weren't hard enough, coming back from this, to lose one of your captains, your best defender, shall we say, the rock at the back. Now, Jags has had a few good games, don't get me wrong, but to lose Egan in this game, as well as we lost Sander Berge earlier in the season, Jack O'Connell kind of before the start of the season, and then a couple of games in. If you would have said to me, which 3 players do you not want to lose this season to injury, I would have said John Egan, Jack O'Connell, and Sander Berge. And they've all, obviously, we've had a lot of John Egan this season, but we've not had barely any Jack O'Connell, barely any Sander Berge, and now John Egan's probably going to miss the rest of the season. I don't know what the injury is. I haven't seen what Wilder's said, but I don't even know what anyone said because I've come on here straight from the watch along. It's a season. It's season over, in it really. Let us know what you think in the comments because it's season over for me. Season over for John Egan. Season over for most of these players. We may never see John Egan in a Sheffield United shirt again. We may never see Sander Berge. We may never see Jack O'Connell again. It's really depressing thinking about it. But at the same time, it could have been so different in this game. So actually, I don't want you to take away that I'm being negative. I actually thought we played quite well. It was just missing that killer instinct. That final ball was missing for most of the game. Hitting the first man too many times. Didsey, though. If Didsey would have put that in the back of the net, it'd have been a different story. It'd have been 1-1. Would have been going for the second goal. I'm not saying that we would have won the game. I'm not saying that we're even going to draw the game. We could have still lost. But losing 2-1 would have felt a lot better than losing 3-0. And me and Hal were just chatting rubbish towards the end of the game because we were so disinterested in the game because we were pretty poor for the rest of the game after Egan went off. I think West Ham just sat in and it was just like, well, it's easy this. But it could have been so different. I'll quickly run through the team. I'll bring my phone up because, my head's a shed right now. Obviously, Ram is in the goal. Did nothing wrong. Couldn't do anything about any of them goals. Koufal, what a save from that one-on-one. I'm going to be honest. I thought that Ampadu and Bogle were getting back, and that's why he chose to go front post. Ramsdale pulled off an incredible save at that front post. What a save. But I know he's a right back, Koufal. I know he's coming. He's going forward. He had so much time, and sometimes time is a killer, and you think too much about it and end up not doing what you should do. But it was a great save from Ramsdale. Can't take anything away from him at all. Basham give away the penalty. Really poor challenge on Lingard. Absolutely took him out. Could have possibly been a red card. again, don't even know what the bloody rules are anymore. They change it that much. But obvious goal scoring opportunity. He was kind of going away from goal, so I can see why it was given as a booking. Egan was a rock as always, and again, he's probably going to end up being out for the rest of the season. Ampadu played well, except for getting out muscled by Diop. We don't have these big players, do we? We don't have these big, strong players that can handle players like that. Ampadu's been done a few times from corners. Ender Stevens, non-existent, really. He got forward a bit. He put in some poor crosses, but I was really excited to see Ender Stevens today, and I thought he was quite poor. Jaden Bogle, I thought in the second half, played a lot better, but in the first half, he was non-existent because we didn't play down the right at all. And I would have liked to have seen us do that because Jaden Bogle is a star. He's an absolute star. Lundstrom, didn't see much of him, really. He ambled around, played a few passes, that's about it. Norwood, I thought, played okay, except for that mistake. And these mistakes, that mistake has cost us today because us going 0-0 at half-time, different story. We had to come out in that second half, and when you come out and attack, you end up conceding goals on the break, especially how David Moyes had set West Ham up today. I thought Ozzy had a good game, to be honest. I think it was all over the place. He always gives 110%. He just does miss that little bit of creativity. But I think Ozzy were one of the best players for us on the pitch today. Sharpe feeding on scraps all day long. You cannot say anything detrimental towards Sharpe. And do you know what I've just remembered? It was Billy Sharp that put the cross in from Goldrick. It was a little dinky left-footed Billy Sharp cross, which he loves to do, right on his head. Best cross of the game that's come from our striker on his weaker foot. Dave McGoldrick tried his heart out, as he always does. Usually our best player on the pitch. Again today, I thought he played well, but it just didn't fall for him, did he? He had a poor shot in the first half. He should have put that header in the back of the net. So you've really got to mark him down for that, haven't you? Then we brought on, obviously, Ollie McBurney, who was just... Why was he playing at defensive midfield, attacking midfield? It was like we're giving Ollie McBurney a free role. David McGoldrick, the furthest man forward. It made no sense whatsoever. But, Ollie McBurney did okay when he came and passed the ball. It's easy to be in the midfield when you're 2-3-0 down and just pass the ball around in the midfield, and it's really easy. And finally, Phil Jagielka didn't get close to Fredrickson, whatever it's called. I've got it here. Fredericks. He didn't get close enough to Fredericks when he shot, did he? That was about it. I can't really remember Jags doing anything else. Really disappointing game. We're coming up to the 18-minute mark. I will click on the comments and start listening to West Ham fans giving me grief now. Stefan says, "I feel for you. Fulham is now. Fulham away is now. Fulham is away now, and you need to win that. Oh my God, I can't even read. You need to win today. Yeah, we did need to win today. It was a must-win game, really. Let's be honest. Jack Dooley, good lad. He was looking at Bowen instead of concentrating on scoring. Luckily, he didn't come back to fighters. Yeah, probably. Bogle was one player I would have feared. You should have played Burke at his pace. I think the thing is with Burke, I would have liked to have seen him play up front, but the fact that you guys were sitting in and playing deep, Burke probably wouldn't have been able to use his pace on you today. Is really confirmed that you're relegated? No, it's not actually confirmed. But I think today is when we've realised that we will definitely get relegated, let's be honest. Does anyone in the comments not think we're going to get relegated? That's a good question to ask. Which players do you think will be bought by promoted teams in the summer? But Berger, we're not going to let him go for cheap. So I don't think it's going to be a team coming up. I think it'll be an established Premier League team like an Everton or someone like that coming in with 25 million, something like that. Egan, possibly. O'Connell, possibly. Bogle, I bloody hope not. because he's the only shining light at the moment. Lundstrom will be going anyway. Mousse looks like he'll probably be going. It looks like it's going to be a complete rebuild. Alexander Bullock, I think that's me, is saying that he doesn't think we're going to get relegated. Fair enough. Call ships are not seeing it. Just recording. Lunny has lost all his fight. Norwood needs to be dropped. Possibly, mate. Do you think we're coming straight back up? I think we've definitely got the more than enough in the tank to come straight back up. We've got probably the best manager that we could possibly have for another promotion. You can't sack Wilder. Like, Wilder got us up into the Premier League. He's got to be given another chance to get us up. We're not a West Brom. We're not going to bring in someone like Sam Allardyce for half a season, hope that works. It's not gonna happen. As previously as I think we will stay up. 8 or 9 wins. Jesus, man. We're the only team this week not to even get a point in the bottom 6, I think it is. And we're bottom of the league. I don't think we'll finish bottom. I think we'll finish either 2nd or 3rd bottom. But I can't see us staying up. No way anymore. I'm really sorry. I'm going to quickly run a little bit through the comments. Scott seems to think that Wilder got the squad wrong tonight. Possibly, but I'm not really sure what else he could have done, to be honest. I wasn't even thinking about it. I thought he'd made the right decision when I saw the squad, if I'm being honest. And again, 1 or 2 things go our way and it's a different game. Blades had chances, but the lack of quality finish. Exactly. That is it. So I'm going to leave it on that. Thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate everybody being in the chat. Not as many West Ham fans as I thought they were going to be. So that's something. So, yeah, Stephen Walker, last one. Do you think we will get a playoff place or be in the top 2 next season if we go down? That's a good point, that. We could finish. You never know. Look at Sunderland. They flew down the league. It could be a Sunderland kind of thing. We could go straight back up as champions. We could end up in the playoffs. Could be halfway. Who knows? You never know. It just depends what team are going to be playing next season, whether we lose loads of players, whether Wilder's still here. There's a lot of factors to add into what's going to happen next season. This season's still not done. Like, don't get me wrong, I think we're down, but weirder things have happened. No, not weirder things happened. Like, literally, if we stay up, that's like the craziest thing that's probably ever happened in the Premier League. So, yeah, exactly. Chris Eads, that absolutely hits the nail on the head. Just remember what happened last time we brought Robson in. We brought Robson in, got rid of Warnock. Warnock got us promoted. There's no way we'd have flown down the leagues like we did going into League One if Neil Warnock was still the manager. Exactly. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate every single person tuning into the channel. I know it's a really difficult one to stomach tonight. I don't really want to be doing this video, but I really appreciate everyone to be here, being here. It is nearly 9 o'clock at night. Go and enjoy your night, guys. Try not to think about what's just happened because, yeah, it's a little bit depressing. Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you do so. Even West Ham fans, hit that subscribe button. You don't have to watch any videos, but just get us some more subscribers because we've done really well, actually, today. So that's brilliant. As Stephen Walker says, on to Fulham. So, yeah, like, subscribe, and stay in good nick.